Hey everyone, thanks for stopping by. I'm going to show you a little tutorial on how to install memory in a HP Z400. We're going to start by removing the side cover. And you'll notice inside the side cover there's a diagram with the layout of the memory, starting with slot 1, 2, and working your way in on the black slots 3 and 4, and then over to the white slots, and so on and so on. So you'll notice the orientation of the memory slots on the diagram are how they're arranged with the back of the system here. So we'll put the system on its side, and you'll notice that we have it turned the wrong way, and there's also a memory cooling fan there that we'll have to remove. So we'll turn this so it's orientated with the diagram, so you can get a better idea of how the memory slots look accordingly. We're going to take out this fan first. So there's a release clip here that's marked with the green stripe. So you got to pull on that at the same time. Get your finger in there and then grab on the assembly and kind of wiggle it and lift straight up on it. But don't pull too hard because it is plugged into the motherboard still. Pull it up here and you'll see the cord plugged into the motherboard. It is a releasable cord, but if it comes unplugged, you can plug it back in, but it's hard to plug it back in during this process. We'll just set this up here on the power supply. With that removed, now you'll see the black and white slots, starting with slot 1. We're going to open up the clips for the memory so we can put the memory sticks in. Just on the black slots. That's what you have to populate first. So we got those open. And we got our memory sticks right over here. So note the orientation of the pins and the notch that they line up with the slot. You want to make sure that's correct before inserting them. So put it in. You want to push down on each side until they click. That way you'll know they're fully inserted. If you don't hear them click, then you got to kind of push down a little harder and make sure that they do snap in. Otherwise, your system may or may not boot. You may get the right amount of memory reading, you may not. So always make sure they're fully inserted when putting them in. On the back side, here they have the orientation in reverse where the notch is. So just take note of that when installing them. And again, push down hard enough that it snaps in good and tight on both sides. That way you'll know they're all the way inserted. Very important. Okay. Now once it's in, we'll replace our memory fan assembly here. Just got to make sure you don't pull that out. And you'll notice on the assembly that there's notches that are like channels on each side of that green clip way out to the sides. And that slides into the channel guide on the rear fan assembly. So you have to get those lined up before you can snap it back down into place. And once you get those lined up, you can kind of let it sit and then just push straight down on it until it clicks. You can kind of pull up on it, make sure it's all the way in, and it doesn't fall out. And that's it. That's pretty much the installation of the memory. And at this point, we can just put our side cover back on, like so, and hook your system back up, and make sure it reads the correct amount of memory, and you're all set. Thanks for watching.